skies, chasing the dragons in a race against time. Incredible.
Hello everyone, and welcome back to my channel. Today, I wanted to spend a bit of time talking about Drifting Dragons, a 3D animation that's currently on Netflix. This 3D animation consists of 12 20-minute episodes, and the story takes place in a world where dragons exist, and groups of people must hunt down these dragons, kill them, and sell them for food and medicine. These groups of people that do this are known as Drakers, which, funnily enough, isn't the name for a group of people that are a fan of the artist Drake, which is what I thought it was. No, apparently that's called Team Drizzy. Not really much of a fact you need, but hey, that'll pop up in a quiz one day and you'll thank me later. And when I say 3D animation, it's a bit different to typical Western animations like Disney and Pixar and DreamWorks. No, it's more similar to Japanese animation. It has a lower frame rate than 30 frames per second and makes it feel a little bit more jolty, but it also makes it feel similar to a picture book that's being brought to life. It's definitely an artistic choice, and it feels a little bit janky at first, but after a while you get pretty used to it. If you've seen Fire Emblem Three Houses, it kind of reminds me of that. In fact, I wonder if the team did do Fire Emblem actually. Funnily enough, they didn't do Fire Emblem, but they have done Japanese Godzilla animations and the recent Pokemon games on the Switch. The show is an interesting one, and throughout its runtime I was left with very different impressions. Being a Japanese series, I couldn't help but compare these Drakers to, well, Japanese whale hunters. Nothing in the show implies that the dragons are endangered species, but every time they killed a dragon, it just felt wrong. I strongly disagree with the whale hunting culture in general, especially that a lot of these whales are becoming endangered, and this kind of just felt like that. Supposedly these dragons are hostile to humans, and doing this is protecting the humans, but it felt like it was just an excuse to help glorify these groups even more. In fact, you don't really see many of these dragons attack any humans, at least from out nowhere, only when spurred on by the humans in the first place. So it's a bit misleading. The show kind of touches on this a little bit, and it kind of went down the route of, well, we do it professionally, we hunt them quickly and mercifully, and we make sure they're not in any pain. And in a world where they've shown that there's cows and chickens still, it seems a bit unnecessary to go out their way to endanger themselves to hunt these dragons. Why can't they just live like we do with cows and chickens and other livestock? It's just something that played on my mind throughout the whole show. If you can put that aside, the show itself is a pretty relaxing one. The first half of the show is episodic, introducing you to the crew, the world around them, and the daily lifestyles they have. It's slow paced, but charming. The second half of the series is where it picks up, bringing in some intense conflict and dilemmas, as well as bringing up some moral questionings. And I thought the show was going to pick up, get more entertaining. I liked the path it was going down. Then all of a sudden, it just goes back to its old self. The big dilemmas resolved in episode 9 or 10, and then it goes back into its episodic formulas. You don't really feel like the crew developed the entire series. The show truly shines when it's focusing on its camaraderie and teamwork. The dialogue that bounces back and forth between the team are always fun to listen to, and there's some really great personalities on the team. But it was just such a shame to see that nothing had really changed by the end of the series. Apart from one or two of the crew, no one else really got their time to shine or to grow. It was just a bit disappointing to watch the show and to see that nothing had really changed. If you're looking for something a bit easy and chill to watch, then maybe pick this up. If you're a fan of dragons, that would definitely help. But if you're looking for a thrilling show with progress and development, I can't really recommend this one to you. I would say at best the show is something to put on with episodic breaks, maybe in the background while you're doing something else. I found it hard to give this show my full devoted attention. It just wasn't going anywhere fast enough. The animation was kind of cool, but I feel like you could see that in other shows. But apart from that, that's it from me today, guys. Thanks a lot again for listening. Let me know if you've seen Drifting Dragons on Netflix. Maybe you have some different thoughts on it than I did. And as always, stay tuned for more videos on movies, anime, and video games. Until next time, take care guys. Bye.